If you think you're not afraid, I want you to think again, because there are 3 things that I'm going to give you that are probably the reasons why you haven't manifested your blessings, your dreams. These things are like masters at disguising themselves as something else. So just stay tuned, and I'm going to let you know exactly what they are. And then I want you to tell me in the comments if you've experienced any of these. I'm Joanna M. Cameron. I'm a licensed mental health therapist, and I'm a life coach, along with many other things that you can find in my description. So let's just jump right in and see how these little pesky fear manipulators are hiding themselves, and probably in your life. The first one is procrastination. You think that you're just lazy. You think you just put things off, and you've always been that way. You like to put things off to the last minute. But the truth of the matter is, more than likely, it's a fear of something on the other side of that procrastination that's keeping you from moving forward. So I'm going to give you right off the bat, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you what I've been dealing with. And that's what prompted me to put this out here. I have a membership program that I'm currently launching, and I've been working on this thing for probably 3 or 4 months now, and it should have been launched easily 2 months ago. So I keep coming up with all these different reasons as to why it's not a good time to launch it, and I'm revamping and doing different things to it. And I had to ask myself, what are you waiting on? Why haven't you launched this membership program? If I'm being perfectly honest, I think I have a little fear. And it's amazing because I'm an author, I've written books, and those are in the description, so you can find them there. I've written books, and I felt the fear then of putting them out there and exposing yourself to the world, and you're letting them see what you've written and the thoughts that you've thought about. And that's a little intimidating, a little scary. So I've experienced it there as well. But I did it. And also opening up my therapy practice, that was huge. That was a big fear for me as well, because I just kept feeling like, am I ready for this? Can I do this? But I overcame that fear too. So now it's coming down to this membership program, and I'm experiencing fear again. So people experience fear all the time. And like I said, it shows up in different ways. I've just been procrastinating and putting this thing off. No, I have to call a spade a spade. It's literally just the fear of, is this membership going to work the way I envision it? Are people going to show up? Are they going to participate when they show up? So here I am again at this crossroad of procrastination, fear, and I gotta remind myself that all the other things that I've done, I've put myself out there and they all worked out. So I'm releasing the fear, going ahead and dropping the membership, and I'm no longer going to procrastinate in that. So if you are putting something off and you're coming up with all these excuses as to why it's not a good time, or why, maybe you need to just kind of put it on the back burner and focus on something else, it's just fear. So allow yourself to, number one, identify the fact that it is fear. And when you realize that that's what it is, now you can address what it is that you're afraid of. And you kind of look at it from a different viewpoint. It causes you to change your mindset on it and just basically look fear in the eye. So that's the number one thing, procrastination. Stop saying you're lazy. Stop saying this is what you always do. You put stuff off to the last minute because you work better when you're at a deadline. You're just afraid. So think about that and go ahead and decide to not be afraid and put it out there. It's going to work out. Everything, if you look in your past, things that you kind of procrastinated on, things that you were afraid to take a leap on, more than likely worked out for your good. And if it didn't work out the way you anticipated, I'm sure you learned a lesson from it. So either way, it's a positive experience. And that's how you just kind of have to look at it. And then the other thing is self-doubt. That kind of goes along with the reasons why you're procrastinating. You think you're just not good enough. You think that you don't have what it takes. The more prepared you are, the more information you have on the thing that you're wanting to do, the thing you're wanting to move forward with, it makes it easier not to doubt yourself. Because most of the time you're just doubting your skill level. You're doubting the fact that you have what it takes, that you're good enough, that you're as good as somebody else. which shouldn't be a factor, but we're all guilty of comparing ourselves to what somebody else has done or how someone else presents themselves better than yours. So it will cause you to have these self-doubts and just put yourself lower on the pole when actually you're right at the top, because no one is you. No one can be a better you than you. So even if you're doing something that is comparable to something someone else is doing, you're going to put your own spin on your thing and you're going to make it great just because you are who you are. And people need to hear from you. They need to see that particular thing from you. So don't ever doubt that your skills, that what you're bringing to the table is not as good as someone else, because that's like comparing apples to oranges. You just can't do it. They're an apple, you're an orange, or vice versa. Even though they're both round, they're different and they have different qualities. They have different tastes, and that's what you're bringing. You're bringing a new flavor and a new quality to whatever that thing is. So stop allowing self-doubt, fear, to hold you back, because that's all it is. It's just that fear creeping in, disguising itself as something else. And the third and final thing is overthinking. You are just simply sitting in a rocking chair, feeling like you're moving, but you're not going anywhere. And you're allowing all this stuff to go through your mind. We'll sit back and we'll think about what others are going to think about what we're doing, when in reality, they're not thinking about what you're doing at all. And then we're thinking about the wrong people, because the thing you're trying to do or the thing you actually want to do, it probably doesn't even affect the people you know anyway. They're not going to be your audience. They're not going to be the people who are supporting you. We always think our friends and our family are going to be the ones who rally around us, when rarely are they ever even the ones who support you in any of your endeavors, number one. And we give all this thought to what our immediate circle is going to think about what we're doing, and they're not thinking about us. So you're overthinking that particular process to begin with. And then you're thinking about if you make a mistake. Okay, so if you make a mistake, like I said before, everything kind of works together for the good. And it works out in the fact that even if this isn't the right thing, it's still going to open up a door for something else. You learn a new skill, you gain more knowledge, you now know what you don't want to get you to what you do want. So don't overthink the process of what it is that you want to do, because overthinking is simply just fear interfering and disguising itself to keep you from getting to your manifestation. I want you to give less thought to what could go wrong and start thinking more about what's actually going to go right. Just be bold enough to believe that every step you take, every move you make is going to work out for your good, that it's all going to work together. So let go of the procrastination, let go of the self-doubt, and stop overthinking the entire process, because these are all just fear in disguise. So once you realize that you're allowing yourself to feel fear, now you know how to come at it. Now you know that fear is just something to keep you from your blessing. It should push you even more to fight harder to get through it. Because once you break that barrier, there is no turning back. And that's kind of where I've been. It's like, I'm going to do this membership. I'm going to open the doors to this membership, and I'm going to do it within the next 2 weeks. I had to decide to go ahead and identify what was the thing I was afraid of the most in doing that. That's why I was procrastinating. That's why I was putting it off. And I really think it's the business side of things. Like, I can communicate. I know how to tell people about manifesting their dream life. I know how to lead people to the things that they desire in their life, because I've lived it and I've helped so many people. But the whole business side of things and the technical setup side of things, that's just not my expertise. And so because that's not where my superpower is, I have to hire somebody. I have to realize this is why I'm afraid, and this is what I'm going to need to keep that fear from interfering in me getting to my blessing. And so I've hired a coach for myself because that's the area I'm lacking in. And I suggest that same thing for you. If you're lacking in an area, if you have something in your life that's not a strong point for you, you may need a coach as well. You may need a coach to walk you through the steps to get you to where you need to be. You may need a coach to do the technical support side of things for you. That's not me. But getting you to your dream life, oh, I can get you there. But don't call me for anything business or technical related. So once you identify where you are struggling the most and you know that you might need some help to get over that fear, then identify who can help you, and don't be afraid to reach out for help, because that's what people are here for. Everybody has a different strength. And if you're not strong in an area, hire somebody that is strong in that area who can help you move beyond it. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to have and experience these things. Now you just need to know how to combat it. That's all you have to do. And that's what I'm doing. Hiring a coach to help me get past that particular part. And now that I've done that, I'm ready to go. So that's what you have to do. You have to identify the fear, and now you know exactly what to do to remove it from your life. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm thanking you in advance for doing so. And if you know someone who's struggling with any of these areas of fear in their life, share the video. I'd appreciate that. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Go ahead and hit the bell so that you know when all the new videos are dropping. And I'd love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know below one of these three have been the biggest struggle for you. Is it procrastination? Is it self-doubt? Is it overthinking? If it's a combination of all of them, let me know that. And let me know how you've managed to get past it in the past. So go to my description as well if you're interested in a free 15-minute consultation, and sign up so that maybe we can talk about some of the areas that you're struggling with, and I can let you know exactly how I can help you. Sometimes we just need a little help, and I may be able to help you in some of those areas. I'm Joanna M. Cameron. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.